This program contains explicit language. Parental guidance is suggested.
I'm in for murder, kidnapping, robbery, armed robbery, conspiracy. When we got sexual desires, who do you think we get? And don't tell me each other.
See, because I don't like nothing in the first place, and I don't like you. You got your best shot, man. One punch. Punch me in my face. Then it's my turn. No punch.
Man, get that fucking camera out my face. I told you to cut it off.
No, unless you want me to go get it, just tell the story.
Okay. Hey, I'm from Morristown, Tennessee, Hamlin County. I've had the pleasure of visiting Hamlin County Jail many of times. The first time was about 100 girls in one pod. Second time wasn't so bad. The third time I watched male guards come up and get a female prisoner, tie her to a chair, and beat the shit out of her. If that would have been my child, I would have been up there so fast that their head would have spun. And drugs, there's more in there. I watched a girl my first night there OD on heroin. The second weekend, they had in crystal meth. So something's wrong with Hamlin County. They're worried about building a new jail. They don't even have enough guards and professional people to treat with the mentally ill or hurt people. It took them 27 minutes to revive a girl because they kept going down and getting the wrong thing. They went and getting the right Norcaine or whatever. But that jail's a mess. Not only are they going to have trouble with getting people in there that's well trained to be these guards. I don't know where they go to school at, but let me tell you, they don't watch their cameras. They don't make their walk every hour.
Tell us more about the girl that was tied to the chair and beat up by guards.
Okay, they brought her to intake downstairs, and she was a little irate and mad, so they strapped her to the chair, which is a restraining chair, which is around her ankles and both arms. And the male guards, not one female guard, but the male guards were beating the shit out of her. And she did spit on one of them. And boy, did he lay into her then.
Yeah, but it's a girl.
Yeah, but it's a girl. It's a girl instead of the girls handle it, the guys handle it. You lay up her stick, and unless you beat that door down to get you some help in there, which I have. I've seen a girl almost choke on her own vomit, and I rolled her over. It took us 10 to 15 minutes to get help.
Can you just describe the main cop that beat this girl up?
He is Officer Bryce. I think he's the head one downstairs, a little short black man. And then there was two others. I couldn't really see them because we were peeping under the door because we could, but I know it was Officer Bryce. One of them he works downstairs. He's over the jail. If he comes to the door and he does a walkthrough, they'll tell us Bryce is fixing the walkthrough, but his name was Bryce, and he had two other with him, and they heard her. We could hear her screaming. It was like a nightmare. And then the overdose of heroin, it took them so long to get to her. And they wouldn't even breathe in her mouth. They were doing CPR with chest compression. I got down on my hands and knees and breathed in the girl's mouth. It took 27 minutes to bring her back. Nothing was done. They didn't come through and investigate. You can see some girls laying on mattresses thick. You can see some of them laying on mattresses thick. An officer can't walk through and look at them bunks and say, God, look at that one. Look at that one. Look at that girl plumb on nothing but a piece of rubber. Even I can do that, and I've had no training. But there needs to be something done about Hamlin County.
All right, on the next one, we'll cover the guy that got me for failure, tried to get me for failure to appear 3 times and made fun of you for having a stroke.
Yeah.
Thanks. We'll save that for next time.
Okay.
If you get pulled over in Morristown, Tennessee, and the guy's a fat, bald, pussy-looking piece of shit. Looks like he might have Down syndrome, possible special needs case. Good luck, because I have my discharge papers from Creekside Behavioral Health, and this guy tries to get me for failure to appear every single time I see him. Welcome to Morristown.
I had went to Coe's around Christmas. I was walking out. I have had a stroke, and they were making fun of me and thought that I was messed up, and I wasn't. Wasn't shoplifting anything. They grabbed me by my arm, led me to the back, and was making fun of me because I had on different shoes. And then the road cops come off for us to wait on them, and his name was, what was his name?
Let's save that for...
Okay, well, anyway, he come off the road, and I was telling him about some of the stuff that's going on in Hamlin County. It don't take a rocket scientist to sit in there for 30 minutes to be able to tell what's going on. Who's got the big masters, who's stealing the phone, who's doing this and who's doing it. It didn't take me 27 days to figure this out. Okay, well, they take me in the back, and they're making fun of me because I've had a stroke, and I'll be in a sentence and automatically stop, or I'll tell you something over 3 times because I forget that I tell you. Oh, I was talking about the drugs that was in Hamlin County and how many overdoses I had seen in that 27 days. Well, he laughed and said, the paycheck we get, it's always easy to make a little extra money. So my assumption, and they dropped all the charges.
Well, they had to, because it was either to prosecute you, they would have had to have prosecuted him. I heard the tape.
When did you hear it?
I went up there with that girl.
What did the tape?
And she had him play the tape. Basically just what you just said. That he was like making fun of you for having a stroke and the stuff about getting stuff in, so they had to throw it out.
So they heard him actually say, sometimes this job don't pay enough.
Me and that girl heard the tape.
Where do I go here? Because they said I could get a lawyer.
I'm telling you, Freedom of Information Act, or if they're smart, they'll delete the tapes. If they're smart, which who knows?
There is a tape out there somewhere. They may have destroyed it. The story that I just told about how either the cops aren't getting the training that they're supposed to get to deal with people that are not right, and to be able to tell from high and sick. And, they need more training on medical people that are psychological sick. They definitely need help. Men beating on women, men that go to jail for beating on their wives. But them cops, they done that to that girl. Nothing happened. Nothing.
Please welcome musical guest, The Smiths.
I haven't got one anymore.
On the next episode of Creepy Shaun Wallen versus the State of Tennessee, we will be addressing my aunt, Teresa Robertson, and her cuck husband, and her 2 drunk sons, who are apparently pillars of the fucking community. Like anybody believes that shit.